Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of these two designs. I'm first going to talk a little bit about the nature of this script before getting into the direct letter-to-letter translation of these designs. And this script is quite a bit different than the normal English or writing words left to right and letters left to right script because it's set up reading bottom counterclockwise. So the word circle starts at the bottom and then you go counterclockwise and it can spiral inwards. So here's the word circle here, and on this individual word, bottom would be here, first letter, counterclockwise. And that's also true for words inside the sentence. So this is just a key to the words. I don't have all of the sentence structure stuff on here. I'll just talk through that, nor do I have punctuation on here. But bottom, counterclockwise is the order you read stuff. So that's one major difference. The other major difference, well, another major difference, is that you can stack letters on top of each other. So here we have a vowel attached to a consonant. So these are the consonant stems. These black lines here are the consonant stems. And we can have vowels attached to them. And vowels are always smaller circles. They're noticeably smaller than consonants. And they're read after the consonant it's attached to. So we have our consonants with attached vowels. And we can even stack consonants. And if they're stacked, you read thin to thick in the same thickness as the same letter. So this is a stacked consonant. I have a double letter here because it's the same thickness. And then last but not least, there's a lot of flexibility in the size of the different letters and the size of the different words, as well as what you do with the different modifiers. Like these dots can be big, small, and our lines, they can be straight or they can curve. Doesn't matter so long as they end on a consonant stem, line modifiers. They count where they end on a letter stem. As long as it ends on that stem, it counts. Okay, so let's start reading this. So again, bottom counterclockwise is how you read it. So here is our first word, bottom counterclockwise. Here's our first set of letters. We have a circle inside the word circle. So that is this consonant stem here, this one, circle inside the word circle. And its modifiers are these 1, 2, 3 dots. And this line doesn't count because it passes through it. So if it were to have ended on it, it would count. And even if it looks like it passes through, like this one, it still ends here and here. So this counts twice, actually, and this counts no times on this letter, just the 3 dots. So that's the letter L. And then we have a vowel attached to it. And this vowel is like a beat on the string of the consonant stem. So look at our consonant. And it's like this one, like on the line of the consonant stem. It could be anywhere on that line. If it were in the middle, it would be an E, I, or U. If it were outside, it would be an A. So here we have an O. So L-O. Continuing around, here's our next letter. And it is a shallow divot stem. So this stem here looks like that. And attached to it, there is one line ending on it right there. So that's the letter V. So V is our next letter. These dot modifiers are with the L, and our last letter here is another vowel. And it's on the word circle. So this gray line is the word circle. So we got to keep track of if it's on the letter stem or on the word circle because it's different. So even though these two look very similar, this one's on the word circle, making it an E, but this one's on the letter stem, making it an O. So L-O-V-E, love is our first word. And our next word here starts at the bottom, and even though there's no letter directly at the bottom, we just go counterclockwise until we hit our first letter. And this is on the line of the word circle. So we're in this bottom row. It's this stem here. And it has no modifiers. So that makes it a TH. So TH. And then our next letter is an E, just like that E. So THE, the. And our next word here, this is just, by the way, I should talk about these. This is a divot on the sentence circle, and there is no punctuation or no nothing in this, so you can just add these divots onto the sentence circle just to kind of fill in space between the words and make it get that classic kind of notched Gallifreyan feel. So that doesn't change the translation of anything. It's just a filler between the and the last word here. And the last word starts at the bottom here with this shallow divot. So we're in this row, and there are 1, 2, 3 dots closest to it. So that makes it an R. So R, and then we have a U, a line going outwards, makes this a U. So it's on the line of the word circle. Again, we're on a word circle, not a letter stem. So we're looking here. And it's right in the middle, like the E, but it has a line going outwards. And U is like E, but with a line out. It's opposite of the I. So an I would have a line going inwards, and it could go any direction inwards, just like the U could go any direction outwards, like sticking out not exactly 100% outwards. So long as it's more out than in, it's a U. Which matters for this I here inside the double N. Okay, let's talk about the double N first. I'm getting ahead of myself. So here's our next set of letters. And we have two lines. We have a stacked letter stem, and they're the same thickness. So like I mentioned at the beginning, consonant stems, if stacked, read thin to thick, and same thickness is same letter. So these are the same thickness of line, so it's the same letter twice. So we have a double N, because it's got one line modifier. So we don't need to have two lines attached to this N. This one doesn't count because it goes through it. And this is a vowel because it's still smaller than the double N noticeably. If I wanted to do like a double N on top of a different letter, I would have to make this I a bit bigger to show it was just a triple line instead of a double line and then something different on the inside. But this has a line going towards the middle of the word circle. And even though these lines look like they're going both the same direction and should be the same letter, it's all relative to the word circle. So this is going towards the middle of the word circle, which is here. So it's, if we make a radiating circle around this, it is on the inside of this vowel. And an easy way to check is to look on the opposite direction, and this line is going out for sure. So that means this one has to be going in for sure. So this is an I. And then our last letter has 1, 2, 3 lines, like this, and it is on the word, this is a circle on the line of the word circle, so it's this stem here, making it an NG, so NG. So R-U double N, I-N-G, running. 1, 2, 3 dots on the sentence circle, or in one of those divots, is an exclamation point. I don't have punctuation on this because it's plenty busy with just the words, so you'll just have to trust me that 3 dots is the exclamation point. Or you can check out the complete guide in the description of this video, which takes you to Loren's site where the whole thing is written. So, love the running exclamation point is this design. Our next design here has these guys, which is in the punctuation area, which is the sentence circle going outside, but it's a bit atypical. If I wanted to do a proper dot, 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 I'd have it going around the sentence circle itself. And I mean, it kind of is meant to be a dot, dot, dot. It's an ellipses. It just shows artistically that this continues into this. It's just some stylistic stuff I chatted with the commissioner about. They know what I'm talking about, and this video is for them. So, yeah. Don't worry about this. It's just showing ellipses that this is a continuation of something else, because this is just a partial phrase. So here we have our sentence circle, bottom's here, and the first word we hit is this one. Bottom letter is this one, and it's a little circle, it's a vowel, and it's got a line going towards the middle of the word circle, so that's an I. And then our next letter is a circle inside the word circle, and it's bigger than the I, so that makes me think it is a consonant, and it's inside the word circle, so it's in this row. And it has a line ending on it. So that's an N. So I, N. And the line passing through doesn't count because only one line ends on it, hence one line N. So in. And then we have these divots, just like that divot doesn't count for anything, just a decoration on the sentence circle. Then we have this word bottoms here. This is an E, just like that E or that E. And then we have a shallow divot with one line ending on it. It's important that this line ends on the divot because we need it to make it a V. If it were to pass through, it wouldn't count on the V and it'd become a T. And not ending on this vowel, which has to have no lines, because if it had a line on it, it'd be an I. It's very important that this line ends there, on that letter. So, V, E, and then we have an R, 1, 2, 3 dots, just like that R with 3 dots on a shallow divot. And then we have a circle on the line of the word circle. And this line passes clean through it, so it doesn't count, but we do have 2 dots that need a home, and the closest viable letter stem is this one, because this one already has a line on it, and it's in a completely different word than this one. So 2 dots makes this a Y. So E, V, E, R, Y, every. And then our very last word of the design is this one. Starting at the bottom, we have a small vowel circle, line going outwards, just like this U. So U, and then we have another N, I, This is a trick I like to do with the NI. Have one line going inwards and one line going outwards, the N line going outwards and the I line going inwards. So this is a single NI. So U, NI, V with one line, E with 3 dots, R with 3 lines. This is the R with 3 dots, and then we have the S with 1, 2, 3 lines. 3 lines on the S. And it's okay that this line curves. Like I said at the beginning, line modifiers don't need to be straight. I just stylistically made them straight for most of them to get that classic feel. So 1, 2, 3 lines makes that an S, and then the E at the end of U, N, I, V, E, R, S, E, universe. So, in every universe is this design. So, love the running, exclamation point, in every universe. So, yeah, those are those designs. I hope you liked them, and I hope this video makes sense. I'm sorry I rambled a little bit, but that happens sometimes. Bye!